Welcome back guys to another video. This is Benny Petracci and today we're going to be talking about intros are gone. Think of this. You're watching a YouTube video as a viewer, of course, and then you see every time this intro. Hey, this is Manny Petracci. Today we're going to be talking about this. But before we talk about this, let's go ahead and talk about that. You know, it's just repetitive. Why wasting time on an intro when you actually have it on your title? People are starting to skip more and more throughout every single YouTube video because they just want to go ahead and get to the point to see what is actually the video about instead of watching the whole intro, what we're gonna get into it. So most of the time these intros are not even watched. That's why the first 6 seconds are the most important thing in your video. So don't beat yourself up if you see other YouTubers with greater studios, bigger studios doing things that you think that you can do better but you don't have those equipments. You know what? Just start making videos because there is something that they can't bring that you can bring. And what is that? And that's you. That's you. That's me. There's nobody else can be like me. Nobody else can be like you. Nobody else can bring into the community what you can bring. So that's something that I wish that I knew at the beginning, because watching all these bigger YouTubers make me think, oh, what am I doing? Am I just gonna do the same video or just talk about the same thing? But I want to do it on a different perspective, and I kind of felt stuck within because I feel like that video already existed. Why is someone gonna watch my video instead of watching others' video? And that's why you gotta think of the value that you bring in as your personality or your thoughts within the video that you're trying to make. Making a YouTube channel is not that easy. Just imagine yourself starting a job where you start, let's say myself, I used to work in a bank. I started as a teller, then became associate banker, then became personal banker, then investment relationship banker. But all those steps I got within 6 years. So imagine starting a YouTube channel where you're handed all these titles and you're gonna be the manager, you're gonna be the editor, you're gonna be the lighting guy, you're gonna be the camera guy. You have to be all these things, and you already need to know it. So it is really hard at the beginning, but the more that you do it, the more constant that you do it, you'll find yourself more comfortable when doing videos. The hardest part for me is actually talking to the camera because I'm not a good talking person, so it's really hard for me to go ahead and have a conversation to a camera. Preparing yourself, organizing your thoughts, organizing the type of video that you want to make yourself a list of the things that you want to actually talk about in the video with bullet points, so you know the type of content that you're going to create instead of just watching the camera and trying to have a conversation in the camera and then just like today we're gonna talk, it's just nobody's gonna watch that. Nobody wants to watch someone that is not even talking to the camera, you know? Just go watch one of my old videos. You're gonna see me talking really slow, really trying to figure out what I'm gonna say next, because I actually didn't prepare myself well enough to go ahead and say this in front of the camera. Maybe you are the type of person that it's easy for you to talk in front of a camera and you don't see this as a problem. But for me, it's one of the hardest things that it has been so far. Not only because my first language is in English, just because I feel awkward just talking in front of a camera of a non-moving object, and then just after that just seeing myself, listening to my voice. It's just that awkward feeling. But actually, the more that you do it, the more comfortable that you feel talking in front of the camera, the more fluent that you're gonna look in front of the camera. So everything is about practicing. Another great way to avoid that awkward silence, empty spaces where you're not saying anything, just thinking about what you're saying next, are jump cuts. What are jump cuts? Jump cuts are simply, this is actually a jump cut. Cutting your audio right where you're leaving that space and putting it right next to the other, and your video as well, so in order for it to look more smooth when you're talking. And that's really simple to do. Just cut your audio right when you stop talking and when you start talking again, so it actually looks like you're just talking constantly instead of leaving that awkward silence in between thinking what you're gonna say next. And that is why it's always important to prepare yourself so you avoid those jump cuts on a constant basis, because if you're doing it on a 1, 2, 3 times, it just looks normal. But if I talk like this the whole time, it's just gonna look bad or not professional. And how do you learn all this faster than you think that you can? Just by failing. Every time that you fail, it's something that you learn. If you don't fail, you don't learn. That's how it is. I'm sorry to put it that way, but if you don't fail, you don't learn. So if you find yourself in a position where you feel like, oh, this is not for me, I don't feel comfortable doing this, but you actually love what you're doing, I honestly gotta say, just keep doing it out of love. because when you do it out of love, there is nothing that can actually stop you. So just ask yourself, what are you actually waiting for? Go ahead and open your YouTube channel, do what you love, do what you like, show your value, bring your value to the community, and people will start liking you by who you are and what you have to bring. And I actually want to say thank you to everybody that has been supporting me. I've got 250 subscribers, so I am really happy because I've worked really hard to get those subscribers, and I get really good comments when I do my videos, and I see that people are enjoying my content, and that's something that makes me happy. And if it makes me happy, I'll keep doing it. And well, I really hope that you guys can learn something from these videos so you can go ahead and apply it to yours. And well, let's see what 2022 has got for us. Let's go ahead and start the year with positive mindset, positive vibes, all that positive stuff. Let's go ahead and start the year with a good mentality. That's all we need, you know, positivity. Yeah. Happy New Year.